Hey Adam, I want to explain you something, perhaps also beg or help you to organize something. But unfortunately, I think I do that better in German language. You know, I'm not a educated man who write and read perfectly your language, you know. There are a lot of words which are actually missing inside my head, inside my dictionary, my thinking cells, you know. But on the other hand, I can try to explain what I mean. You know, helping American citizens, you know, who actually were victims of climate change in the United States, you know. Take a look at Jamaica. Jamaica were hit a few weeks ago by the third strongest hurricane ever developed in the Atlantic. You know, the third strongest. It climbed up to 5. Yes? And the devastation over there. Actually, we don't have any kind of politician who talk about the truth, you know, who sees the truth, who work for the reality of the climate change. You know, we as humans, we cannot give some real hope for countries like Jamaica. We don't know when it happened again, you know. And it's not only a fucking hurricane. Also, if it's only a storm coming up, which pushes the waves in the coast cities or on the beach, or heavy rain, long-term rain, like we saw when we count only the last 2 years. What happened in the United States over there? How many, if you count all together in all countries of the United States, victims of heavy rain, victims of flooding, victims of orcans, of hurricanes, you know, and victims of tornadoes, you know, but especially the flooded people. How many houses, how many government buildings, how many farmlands, how many factories, private homes and rented flats were actually underwater. If you count those people, those victims all together, you see a big, big, big number. And then the next, climate change. If you see the last 2 years, when you start in Mexico, for instance, count all the wildfire together, which started in Mexico. At the same time, wildfire started in Canada. At the same time, a few weeks later, wildfire started in the United States. Yes? If you look at the wildfire in the United States, how many small cities, how many buildings, how many farms, how many government buildings were gone by wildfire? 2 years ago, we had wildfire over a period of fucking 8 months on different locations in Canada, you know? And if you look at the reality, all the firefighters, no, they don't organize it like in a community we live, United Nations or something. Or we got other fucking communities like the NATO, Yes, fucking communities like the NATO, Why there's 8 months wildfire in Canada, They organize fucking military maneuver, For this matter and circumstance. They have money, And when you see this devastation on wildfire, actually there's no one amongst the soldiers, amongst the politicians, who care, who lose tears when you think about, in the spring, February, March, when all the birds having their kids in the trees, and then the fucking wildfire is coming. No politician ever lose only one tears because of millions of birds are burning in their baby homes up in the trees. No one cares about that part of climate change. Birds. And if the birds' population doesn't get burned, the baby birds, when there's a storm or calm, gets through out of their nests, out of their homes, and hardly survive, because can't fly, still a baby, can't move the wings to get up in the air. So, no one of those fucking NATO politicians care about things like that. Never mention. And now you see, if you look last year or that year, New Jersey, again, California, it's not only happened there. If you go a bit in the south, Latin America, Chile, for instance. There were wildfire ongoing, but the treasure was that there were no firefighters able to help the people, because the wind was such strong that if you drop the water, it doesn't reach, it doesn't come, it just go on, spread through the air. It doesn't reach the fireplaces. And then, when I say you are able to organize something, because especially the last 2 years on climate change issues, flooding and wildfire, we don't talk about the winter, fucking cold, didn't I told you? Yes, I saw that coming. I warned that we're going to have a special, strange, and fucking cold winter this year. And I also blame the fucking NATO soldiers that they are responsible for climate change, like that. What happened when the wildfire is ongoing? First, it destroys the wood. The wood is creating oxygen. The wood is swallowing ugly things in the air. But it's not supporting anymore. It doesn't give any kind of oxygen in our air, because of burning. And if you see the trees, the forest, sometimes 500 years, 600 years, 800 years, 1,000 years old trees, when they get burned, if you are a forest engineer or something, and you see such big places get burned, okay, you have an opportunity to place another plant, another tree there. But fucking you got to wait 1,000 years till you have the spirit of that tree again. And unfortunately, we don't have that time. We see the climate change is ongoing. And because of the fucking behavior of our soldiers, the NATO soldiers, they don't see our planet Earth like it is, like it has developed over millions and millions and millions and millions of years. Yes, those fucking soldiers, they don't care. Yes, they don't know anything about our Earth. Only bullshit. You know? They don't care. At the place where you're living, if you drill a hole about 40 kilometers below that hole is a magma, only 40 kilometers thick, and our NATO soldiers, they drop rockets, they drop bombs, and what we know, if we smash a bomb on a stone, it presses the stone down, it goes through the entire stone, you know. And when it creates an earthquake, that also happens when the soldiers are proud to targeting ammunition depot. That creates small earthquakes. And what we know, when we smash a bomb on our onion skin, the magma below, it's liquid, like water. When you sit on a sea and you drop a stone inside the water, what you see? It's creating waves. The waves are around the stone and drifting away. That precisely happens when we smash a bomb, a strong bomb, on the earth, on our crust. The magma under is creating the waves, and the waves are pressing and moving the things we stand on, our mountains, our water, the oceans, are actually swimming on liquid magma, you know. And when we drop bombs, boom, 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 each time, the magma below is moving. And when the magma is moving, what is the magma? Look, all the volcanoes which are around our planet. When the magma, it's not quiet anymore. It's moving, it's pressing. And they try to find the way up. The big channels from the past, which are existing, but which are locked by stones and cold magma. But the magma is pressing. And when it's happened, it's pressing. Look at Italy, for instance. Look at Greece, Santorini. Look at Campi. This is one super volcano in the Mediterranean Sea. And what you see, what the soldiers are doing? They're smashing bombs on Russia, they're smashing bombs on Ukraine, they're smashing bombs on Iran, they're smashing bombs in Yemen, they're smashing bombs in Oman, they're smashing bombs in Syria, smashing bombs in Israel, they're smashing bombs in Lebanon. And each bomb, it's creating movement of the magma. And if you look at the Mediterranean Sea, in the entire Europe, as well, if you count Turkey together, we never had so immense, many earthquakes. Also, the mountains, the Alps, Swiss, Austria, up northern Italy. Yes, the daily earthquakes, not the heavy ones, but permanently, daily, bigger than 2, sometimes 3, and so many we didn't have. And if you look at the Canarian Islands, the same. And if you leave Europe and cross over to the United States. Look, now we had a new one, Alaska, about 6.9. Huh? Yeah, very heavy. Huh? If you go down to Mexico, look at Mexico. Look at the daily earthquakes in Mexico. And go down. Huh? Down until you reach the Channel, Colombia. Then you go Costa Rica, Puerto Rico. Look at those daily earthquakes which are happening there. Huh? A soldier never consider that our bombs is responsible for those heavy ongoing earthquakes. And the earthquakes, huh? They're not only earthquakes. It shows volcanic activities where the magma, huh, presses through the channel and tries to come up and reaches for the bigger pipe to detonate. Like Tonga Tonga, you know? Super volcans, like Campi Fecre. It is boiling, it is cooking. There's so many gas coming up. Huh? Yes. Temperature, 200 degrees. Hot ground. You know? The magma is pressing up and up and up and up and up and up. And we boom, 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 boom. We keep our ground shaking with every bomb we drop. Now back to the United States. You as a student, you as a journalist, you know, when I mention all those people who were getting homeless by this climate change, flooding, as well as wildfire. Count those people together who lost their home, who lost their city, huh? Who lost their community, huh? Who end up living on the street in tents, huh? When they have problems with insurance or whatever, huh? It's gone, everything gone, and ending up on the street, getting homeless, living in tents, huh? And no one cares about them, huh? So, let me ask you something. If you feel to help the people who are actually homeless, I mean, homelessness always exists. But I think about the people who were coming the last 2 years because of the climate change, and not because of the financial problems the most homeless people got. Even if they're drunk or even if they have alcohol problem or something, does not matter. Huh? But the new one, who haven't done anything wrong in their life, only lost their home by wildfire, now end up in a tent. And now, what about the climate change, the winter, the strong temperature? Now actually ongoing and happen? This fucking temperatures, minus 13, 15, 20 degrees, which are already ongoing, in the north of America. Also Chicago, getting up to minus 13 degrees. It's too cold for the people on the street, in a tent. So, I have an idea how you can start to organize some help for those people who actually are homeless, you know? Look in Chicago, where you live, that's the state Illinois, you know? How many sport clubs exist? Let's say football, let's say ice hockey, let's say handball, let's say baseball, let's say all the clubs, you know? What they have in common, those clubs? They have fans. Now my idea. You apply, you ask, you beg all the clubs as well as their fans. You understand? To help people who live in the United States, to help climate change victims on their homelessness level. You know? Then you sit together with the fans and then you ask them, come on fans, tell me, how big is your home? You have 2 cars or you have 3 cars? How big is your place where you're living? Your private home? Oh, I got 150 square meter. I got 250 square meter. I got 300. Beg them to take at least for the period of the winter time one of those homeless people, inviting them to stay inside the home in one room where they can have access to shower, to the bathroom, where they can eat, having breakfast, lunch or dinner, you know? Invite them, welcome them as victims of climate change. And when they have a place for a longer time, let's say a few months, that they are able to have constitutional human rights living again. Like they can get up in the morning, take a shower, they have clothes, they can sit on a table somewhere having breakfast, and then organize the day. Perhaps helping the owner of the house wherever he needs. This hand in hand, this friendship which creating new, by inviting a homeless to take shelter in the home, even if a fucking chamber room, so long as warm, to protect the health of the people, you know. And once you invited someone to stay at your home, because you show mercy, you are helpful, you invite, and to apply to people to do this, to try this. Huh? If it doesn't work, it does not matter, you know? Huh? But those people, they need help to get out of the homelessness. They haven't done anything wrong on a juridic side, on a law side, you know? So, and then, when they have this security, that they can get up and have a nice place to sleep, they can start looking for flats. They have enough time. They can work. They can try to find some work, because they have a place where they can stay, and where they can wake up early in the morning, like they want. You know, if they find a way, if they find a work on this kind of help, perhaps after a few months they are able to hire a flat, and then they lost the homelessness, you know. But to organize this, because it's not a question of 100 people, or 1,000 people, or 10,000 people. No, this is millions in the United States, and you have millions of fans in all kind of clubs. It's only to understand the message behind, the way how to help, and then make a plan, organize it. First you take contact with all the clubs, and you say precisely what's ongoing, and you beg the leader, the manager, the club manager, yes? And if you have an idea like that, or the football player, or the hockey player, they're going to support it, and also can apply and beg the fans. We have enough space, you know. It's not meant that you bringing the owner of the flat in trouble or in depression or something, you know. It's only a permanent time, and after the first one, you had some success, you helped to organize a new flat or something, you were helping to find a job or something, and then he's back in his used to live life, and if that guy who helped, that woman who helped, that family who helped, they can offer the next one, the next homeless people, to do precisely the same. What do you think about that?